Hello, I'm Alexis Savkin, and in this video, we'll talk about the use of our platform by strategy consultants. Let's start with a quick look at this diagram. Here we have some typical scenarios why strategy consultants use BC Designer, like doing their main job, automating the strategy that they present to the clients, or overseeing existing strategy, overseeing strategies that already exist on client side, and of course the mixed roles, what we call in-house consultant roles, like digital transformation or repurposing the strategic planning tools, strategic planning platform for the cases like strategic sales. The first step that we would recommend to any consultant is to basically become a normal user of the platform, to master certain functions of the platform, to be able to use it for some common use cases. So the steps to follow include the analysis of the steps of the strategy implementation system that you can find on our website. That includes explanation of the general approach to the strategy description, how we do automate it in BC Designer, the use of aligned scorecards, the use of performance measurement tools, and this will give you an understanding of how we see the strategy. We don't see strategy as a monolith. We see it as a number of aligned functional strategy scorecards. So that's a topic I would recommend you to look into. Um, Another thing to understand is how we automate various frameworks, because in your consultancy practice, most likely you will have your preferred frameworks. You will also need to automate the frameworks that your clients are already using. And most likely you will come up with your own approach to strategy. So about automating your own approach for strategy, for customizing existing templates, we'll talk a little bit later about this. And for the frameworks, you have article that explains all the frameworks that we automate with BC Designer. If you scroll down, you'll find specific examples, specific guidance for how to use the frameworks. So have a look at that article as well. Of course, you sign up with a free plan to start using the platform. And one of the important learning mechanics inside the tool is to always look for icons like this that lead you to parts of the tutorial where we explain how to use this specific function. So that's the easiest way to learn the platform. Just give it a try, and if something is not intuitively clear, just click on the icon to see the video. And in the platform, you will also find, if I open any scorecard, I can find here AI tab. So AI tab is an excellent way to formulate your questions about about anything, about the platform itself, because AI is trained to answer the questions regarding the product, and the questions that probably would help you to build a better strategy for your clients. The platform provides functionality for various aspects of strategy description. What parts of this functionality are the most important? I would name these four. So, creating scorecards, you need to understand. We have it here, how to create scorecard, how to move them around here, how to organize it. So it's quite self-explanatory. Then inside the scorecard, you need to understand how you create indicators, how you create goals, basically selecting, clicking add how to specify data. It's the same, it's quite intuitive. And how to manage these data, how to set targets, and do basic automation for the scorecard. Again, in the tutorial, you have a specific section for this. Create a simple scorecard with a dedicated video. So we do recommend to check out this video. Another important functionality to understand is how you can connect scorecards, because as you can see in our system, it's all about connecting these separate scorecards. Again, there is a different video on the topic. The simplest way to connect scorecard is to put one scorecard inside another, that is generated automatic connection. And there are also some tools to connect scorecards by context or by data. Basically, it's just copying and pasting item between the scorecards and selecting how you want to connect them, by context or by data. So it's a good idea to master this functionality as well. And finally, when you will be presenting the scorecard, the strategies to your clients, it's better to have something visual. The platform will build such strategy maps for you automatically, and you will also be able to create dashboards like this. So make sure you understand how to do it. Again, it's very simple. You click add, you select what metric you want to see on the dashboard, what kind of chart you want to see, and the software visualizes it for you. The same for reports. Recommended to understand what kind of report profiles are available, the formats, PDF, Excel, scheduling reports. Again, there is a dedicated video on this. Another conceptual idea that I do recommend to understand is how the tool helps to automate strategic analysis. Yeah? So what we typically do with the tool, we do strategy description. So we create scorecards, we create objectives, metrics, indicators, it's description of the strategy. Creating scorecards to formalize strategy. But the platform also helps on the level of strategic analysis. How does it help? You will find various templates that the software has inside. For example, the classical template for analysis of external factors, PESTEL analysis. Yeah, so such templates, they give you a structured approach to analyze business environment. It can be analysis of external factors, analysis of competition, ends of matrix, growth strategy, stakeholder analysis. The point is that you do this analysis inside the platform, and later you can align the results of these analysis with your main strategy. So imagine that you work on some objective and you can link it back to the results of the analysis of external factors. So this gives a required context for your team to start executing your strategy and actually execute it better. Another functionality that is actually important for strategic consultants is all the functionality related to standardization and customization. Because most likely your clients will not work with these four perspectives that I have here. In many cases, clients ask to customize it. Change the name, add more perspectives, change icons, all this. Yeah. So make sure you understand what functions of the tools, what features of the tool can be customized. There is a separate part of the tutorial that explains the nuances of customizing, like you can customize view of KPI table, you can add additional fields to KPIs, to objectives. You can create your own templates. So instead of creating scorecard like this, you will be creating a little bit different scorecard. So all these customizing functionality are explained in a dedicated part of the tutorial. So I do recommend for you to consult it. And also in our tutorial, you'll find the section dedicated to the terminology, because it's also important to make sure we are talking about the same thing. Like, for example, what is a perspective, what is KPI, what is container. Again, in client's company, the definitions might be different, but at least with this glossary, you have a starting point. And finally, consider specialist certification. So, what value does the certification add? You have a little bit more formalized and structured learning curve. Yeah? So we guide you through the features that you will probably need in your consultancy practice. And of course, we give some feedback. We make sure that you're on the right track with understanding the product. And the result will also issue the BC Designer Specialist certificate. Now, more functionality relevant for strategy consultants. Collaboration on the strategy. That's actually an interesting question, because when you sign up with a platform, most likely you will create your own account under the free plan, for example, and you will start trying things there. Yeah. Now, what happens when you have a client who you are working with? There are different scenarios. Uh, First scenario is you actually give client access to your scorecard. You can do it here. So imagine this branch is for a specific client. So I can give access to this scorecard. I will need to use uh, the last option, which is grant rights for email. Yeah. Another scenario is a client has their own account. In this case, they would need to invite you to their account, again using the same function, or uh, using this sharing function. In this case, it should be modified to give you modify rights, or inviting you as a user to their own account. So just make sure you plan this beforehand. Uh, if you want to start in a free plan account and later switch to the paid account, the data will remain the same. So it's just about entering your subscription code and removing the limit. Yeah? So no need to migrate your data. In some more complex cases, it's also possible to transfer account ownership. Yeah, but in this case, we need to do it manually on our side. There is also a possibility to move scorecards between accounts. Yeah, sometimes we do it when we help clients with their scorecards. To move a scorecard from one account to another, you go here, export data, select this option, export as BSC file, and in another account, you open any scorecard and you go import data and upload it back to your account. The final thought here is how to decide if you should work with clients' project in your account or in client's account. It depends on the complexity of the task. If it's just one scorecard, you can do it in your account. But if you plan for more scorecards, for more connections, then it's better to start right away in the client's account. Another topic: how to present the results of your work to the client. Uh, we discuss it in this article. So search for strategy presentation on our website. A general recommendation in this context is to use the platform itself for the presentation. So you just share your screen and present your work right away in the platform using the scorecards you have, the strategy maps you have, the dashboards you have. If for some reason you prefer to create a presentation, the platform helps you a little bit. It allows to export the strategy maps and dashboards to the picture files, so you can insert it into your presentation. Another nuance about presenting data. In many cases, what you do for the client, you create the structure of the scorecards and the structure of objectives. So you help to articulate those objectives. You help to find best KPIs, best initiatives. So your focus is on the structure, not on the data. But for presentation, it's good to have some data. Yeah. If a client will provide you with data, it's better. But if not, you can generate some plausible sample data and add it to your account. In this case, I would recommend to ask AI to generate this data and load it into your account. It's very easy, and AI is good and in generating such plausible data, especially when the indicators are well set up. Another thing in this context, in the context of presenting your work, is enabling data inheritance. Because imagine that you have data for January, but you don't have data for February. So the dashboard will have the charts, but they will not have data. That's not good. And to avoid this for presentation to the client, you can activate this, like I have activated in this scorecard. So use inherited values. Yeah. So in this case, the software will always show some data to the end user. It's probably not the best use case for real data, but for demonstration purposes, you can activate it. The next topic, presenting the platform to clients. Um, Sometimes you just need to sell this platform to your internal users. Yeah. So if you're do, for example, digital transformation, you need to get approval from senior management, and you need to present or to sell this platform to your internal users. What do we recommend to do this in this case? The first step is to visit the page with official presentations. You can have slides here, you can download them as PDF and start using them. That's the slides that we typically use when presenting our platform to end users. And probably you will also find some of the slides useful for your internal presentation. Yeah, and there are two recommended articles that you can have a look at. The first one, it combines all the features and requirements that we typically put in requests for proposals. So, especially if you plan to consider other platforms, you can have a detailed checklist of what kind of functionality you should look for. And another article is about migrating from spreadsheets, because in many cases, on the initial stage, you automate everything related to strategy in spreadsheets and Excel. And again, when presenting your ideas to internal stakeholders, you need to explain how the platform is better than what you're using right now. Yeah? And for this reason, you can refer to the ideas in this article. And finally, consider our consultancy offer as well, because nowadays the complexity of business landscape is increasing. Yeah, the requirements of clients are increasing and changing. You not necessarily have expertise in all the domains of strategic planning. Yeah, so our expertise, for example, is in strategy description, strategy automation, strategy implementation. So if you need a second opinion on this, consider contacting us and arranging a custom consultancy offer. That's it. That's what I wanted to share with the partners and strategy consultants that use our platform. As always, should you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you.